What is happening, folks? What is happening? Welcome to another episode of The Forge, where we will talk about all stuff Transformers, and today going to be talking about BOTCON. So, Billy, if you want to say your salutations and introduce our special guest today.
What's up, folks? Billy the Kid here. Welcome to another edition of The Forge. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Sunday evening. We've got our special guest, Derek B. Derek is the man. I've been a friend of Derek for many years. He's been a supporter of mine through thick and through thin. He likes my hot sauce, but he's also a major part of BotCon, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So, Derek, why don't you introduce yourself to the community? I'm sure there's people in here that know you and are excited to hear what you have to say, but for those that don't know you, let's tell them who you are and where they can find you.
All right, let's start out like this. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Derek B on The Forge. It feels good, great, and awesome to be here, guys. I know it's been a long time coming, and I'm glad that we got this opportunity to get this in. So let's get it in. I'm excited to talk to y'all tonight.
That's it. We've already got people in the chat, so Billy, just give us the salutations. Who's there?
Picking it up. We got Candace from Primal Parodies. You know her. You love her. She's here. She says hello. So what is up? We got Strider. Strider's a regular of ours.
Candace gives the greatest hugs. I'm telling you right now. I absolutely love Candace. We all do.
Candace is wonderful.
I'm just now meeting all these people. So
Strider's saying hello, and we got AJ Jones in here saying hello as well. So we've got a nice little start. It will build up. As it builds up, I will suck what these people have to say into our conversations, and we will make it a beautiful night. Now, before we get into BotCon, which I'm a big fan of, my first BotCon was 2001. Really amazing. TF Arc Legends is here. I don't know if you've seen these stop motions this guy's been working on, but there are some amazing stop work
and his dioramas.
Stop motion works going on, as well as amazing dioramas. So let's do the news, and then we can talk all the con stuff we want. All right?
Right. Awesome. So let's get into it. So we are going to start, of course. Yes, it's coming up right around the corner, like next week, right?
Indeed.
So BotCon is coming up, and we'll talk more and more about it. But just to share with y'all, it is not too late to get your tickets. So make sure y'all get a chance to go. I would love to go. Maybe we're going to plan for next year, me and Billy, possibly. Hopefully we'll know if it's where it's going to be and all that good stuff, but Derek won't tell us. But anyway, so
I can't tell you.
I know. I'm going to do a shameless plug here. I have started my show, The Place to Be. It's about every other Friday. So on the 20th, we're going to be talking about the best of 80s cartoons. So that's really cool. What's up, Big Easy? And so let's get into news and products. And we're going to start with Hasbro. And they have their next poll stream. Billy looks like he's frozen, and he's left, and he's back. He's got storms in his area.
There you go. Okay.
And they just keep kicking me out. I don't know what you were saying, but I said, knowing my luck, I'll guarantee that I'm going to BotCon, and then I'll be in California.
That's it. We're guaranteed to go. Yeah, it's going to be in Bangkok, Thailand. So,
what's up?
That's it. What's up?
New York Hunters here too.
Everybody
Another poster. So New York's awesome. We got some great people here. Let's keep
Yeah.
going.
So fan streams coming up. Most of it's probably been leaked on what they're going to talk about, but it'll be good to see what they show off. But first of all, speaking of leaks, we do have a leaked list of a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to pull it up here. So let's see here. And so if we take a look, y'all can see my screen, right?
Absolutely.
So
Yep.
yeah, so you can see all of the stuff. I mean,
Swindle. got the-
jalopy. What is
I have no idea what it's a deluxe jalopy at that.
that's
Prime
it.
deluxe.
Um,
I have no
Wow.
idea what that could
I
even be.
know we're getting another Armada Megatron. And then the Unicron Soldier.
Soldier.
That's what I'm curious. Is it?
I'm thinking Prime, like Transformers Prime had those like Unicron Earth soldiers.
Yeah, possibly. And then of course Commander Class Onslaught for their Bruticus, which that Vortex does look good.
Yeah, Vortex looks great.
But this one that says Commander 2 with nothing by it. So I don't know what that's going to be.
Maybe that's Rodimus Prime with upgraded face sculpt and some tune accurate paint. That
who
would
knows? Who knows? What do you think, Derek? What do you think that one will be?
I have absolutely no idea.
It's the GoBot
Absolutely no idea. I'm tapping into my Marvel Comics age to figure out who this Unicron soldier is. Who this Unicron soldier is. So very excited to see who it could be.
We got some of the retro, if you've gotten that retro Gears or Bumblebee, we got Outback and Wheelie coming.
Okay.
And then we got this that says Transformers Generation Selects Combiner.
I wonder which one they're going to do this time.
And who is it going to be? Is it going to be a repaint? Is it going to be like Ruination? I don't know.
Like in a G2, like G2 setup,
maybe
like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. For Ruination, I like that color scheme.
Yeah, that one's a good one. The Gen Selects multi-pack, Timeline's Optimus Prime and Starscream. That's the train set.
Yeah,
right there.
The train, the old time plane and the train. Yeah,
absolutely.
I can't remember that, but I know it's the thing that the propeller.
Hearts of Steel. Is it Hearts of Steel?
Yes.
Yeah, the Hearts of Steel one. Yeah, absolutely. And then we have the San Diego Comic-Con one, which we know, and we got pictures of it, is that Jetfire, Skyfire with the Void Rivals characters.
Yeah.
Which, if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, please bring that to me.
And I need somebody to reach out to me. I need my usuals to reach out to me at San Diego Comic-Con, please.
Hey, Derek, can you put my name in there too as well? Put my name in there as well.
Now, for all you do for the community, I'm hoping somebody can hook you up with that.
That's it. That's it.
I hope so.
Hopefully someone will have one on the underground and maybe I can win one. So Sentinel Artifact Pack from Age of the Primes. What the heck is that? So don't know.
That's probably going to be that Age of the Primes. Sorry, I was thinking Bayverse. My bad. I'm not even going to lips are sealed.
That's it. Pro Pack. Don't know. Predacon multi-pack. Beast Wars. So
Beast Wars. Okay.
Yeah. Red Alert Minicon pack. So you know what? Minicons, they're gonna fly off the shelf. If they release minicons, that's especially since they've been releasing Armada figures, they definitely gotta release those minicons.
Yeah, they do. They're pretty cool. I always liked the minicons.
So this in the Studio Series, this Studio Series Titan, I don't know what that is. It hasn't been announced yet or anything like that. So any speculation?
I'm thinking a Titan class, maybe.
Yeah, Fortress Max. Well, no, not a Fort Max.
Yeah, but it's got to be Studio Series. So it's I'm thinking maybe I was going to say Metroplex from that Fall of Cybertron.
Maybe
because they had the 35th anniversary already came. No, 30th or 35th anniversary. That's actually the one I already have. So they may retouch that one and make it a Studio Series type version.
Yeah, I'm going to scroll down here. This looks interesting. Comics Fort Max. So, and then the Leader Class Comics Soundwave too, as well. So, we're getting the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime Sleep Mode, and then some.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, easy pass.
Yeah, nothing to help remind you of the trauma you had. Exactly.
How many of us cried ourselves to sleep?
Right.
That's it. But it's just a lot of stuff here, and so hopefully we'll see that in the in the live that they're going to be doing. So who knows? Let me
Hmm.
go back to these new products here. Where is my
So while
keynote?
you do that, we got Big M who says hello. We've got DevCon
Again,
said
what's up?
hello. AJ Jones came in with "We Need a Walmart Whirl." I'm all in for that. As doofy as Whirl is as a character, I'm all in. I bought the like the one step changer they just did for my son, and it's
Okay.
awesome. It's so much
Mm,
fun. I didn't review it or anything. It's more for us to play with,
Oh yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
gotcha.
yeah, really
All
cool.
right. Yeah, I got to get my slides back here. Where were we? There we go. There we go.
And
There
then
we
like a
go.
comic Fort Max, like I wouldn't mind them releasing Fort Max in Marvel Comics colors. Like that would
Yeah.
be awesome.
Yeah, so here we are, Studio Series 86 Megatron, the thing that
Hmm.
everyone's talking about.
Oh my goodness.
And so they taken the actually they've taken the 86 moniker off the box. They're just calling it Studio Series Megatron. So because there's a lot of people that's like 86 Megatron is a gun, and this is a tank. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
There's a lot of miserable people out there.
that's it.
I get it, but at the same time, I'm not trying to give my kid a gun. If these days I'm not
Yeah.
trying to put a gun in their hand. So it's cool that they did this one. The only gripe I have is the legs, the color of the legs is seems way off to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so what's interesting, and I've got a slide here we'll come to. There's the vehicle mode,
Mhm,
underside, the undercarriage, all that good stuff. Here is some of the comparison. So you can see here, Meg is bigger than Galvatron.
mhm,
And so hopefully they re-release another Galvatron, but he is right for that Studio Series Prime. Some alt mode pictures here, comparison. And
mhm.
then this one right here. So this is the Takara one, which is
Yeah,
gray, and Hasbro's is that bluish gray. So I don't
yeah.
know why they decided to do two different color schemes there.
I'm
Um,
thinking that it's just the camera work from Takara because a lot of times they do pictures with like a matte finish, and you don't see that gloss. I really think it's a camera variation. Um,
we shall
I hope I'm
see.
wrong because it's beautiful. It
Yeah,
really is.
I
Or it
like the
could be
Takara
a
version.
third or fourth level prototype or something like that, or
Yeah,
Yep.
you never know. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
but I hope that's the case. But I'm still stuck on these legs. I can't get past
So
the legs.
I have a problem with the legs too, but it's not the paint. It's they just look kind of squat. Like Megatron had those like long, almost like bell bottom like legs going
Yeah,
up.
Yeah. This one
And
he
yeah,
didn't skip calf day.
no,
right,
this one,
right.
his legs are chunky, and I understand it's all due to the transformation, but a little bit more length would have gone a long way for me in regards to those
That's what she
shins.
said. But anyway,
Mm,
How you work it, Jim?
and then of course, for those of y'all that want your gun, this is the Skybound, and someone said, "Hey, maybe you could do that." And this is the worst
oh
picture
my
in the
god,
entire
It's
world.
terrible. I think I
god.
sent you that at like 6 in the morning.
You
That's
did. You did. I had to
horrible.
throw it in there. I had to throw it in there. That is
So
so bad.
You
New,
G1ers and your guns.
yeah, New York Hunter Impressions came in and stated Japan Mall version. I kind of understand what he's saying there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Takara Tomy, that Japanese Mall
That's it.
exclusive.
That's it.
Mm,
Of course, we got this 4-pack that's coming out.
Yep.
Here, a lot of repaint, except for Horrible there. We got a good old Horrible.
I
yeah.
think Horrible looks great. Big M pre-ordered the Takara version, by the way.
Yeah,
So, hey, Big M, if you just for the people that are in the chat, if you want to share a link or tell them where you pre-ordered the Takara version, that could help some people out.
yeah. I like the Horrible and the Nemesis Prime there.
I love the Nemesis, and I
Yeah.
like Bumper. Right, that's Bumper in there.
Yes, that's
That's
Bumper.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
um uh Bumble Jumper.
Oh, it's Bumble
A Bumble
Jumper.
Jumper. Yeah.
Yeah, Bumble Jumper.
Oh, I thought it was like the
That's
old Bumper. My bad.
so that's it looks a lot like Bumble Jumper from, because it was the cross between Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the original 84 run.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I mean, that's just to me. So, but
No
looks like a cool
worries.
set to have.
And then we got the Ultra Magnus there. So I did that with air quotes
Mhm.
because Ultra Magnus needs a trailer, needs to be the big guy. But anyway, and then this is the one I'm excited about
Yes.
right
Yes.
there.
I'll be
That
talking
box
about this
art,
part.
I need two of them, one to keep in the box and one to take out because that box is beautiful.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
box is incredible.
And I
Yeah.
believe it has a exclusive cover, Void Rivals #1 as
Yeah.
well. And I tried to find it, but I couldn't find it. But I'm just glad. I love the Energon universe. I love what Void Rivals is doing,
Indeed.
and I am wanting more and more original characters, and that's going to be great. But I love that Jetfire was the first Transformer they introduced in that Energon universe. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yep.
it was funny. My comic book shop said, "Yeah, we had to sign an NDA where we could not talk about that at all." And it was just like, I bet that was one of the best kept secrets on
Yeah.
that. So.
Yeah, but that's a great secret to keep. Like, that's awesome.
All right, and then we've got another Wheeljack and Sideswipe from the Destruction, and they're also re-releasing the Gamer Optimus Prime Megatron. It's getting another reissue on those things. If you already have a Wheeljack and a Sideswipe, I don't think you need to double dip on this one. But if you don't, well, now's your chance to get one. And then I am excited about these Transformer One figures. This Alita One looks great.
Yeah, she looks wonderful.
She looks beautiful. And I'm just glad that Transformers 1 is still getting the love because that movie, I will preach it to the housetops that everyone needs to watch that
You
and
and me
everyone needs to
both.
do it. So,
Yep. Same
such a
boat,
good
guys.
movie.
Great
Such
movie.
a good movie.
We watch it like once a week in my house. No kidding.
Yeah.
Like my son and I, we bring out the blockies because he loves the movie, and we watch it and we play it, and it's a house held movie.
You must get all Sideswipe molds. That's what NY said.
That's directed to you, Jimmy.
I
G.
know it is. It is. And this Starscream, new mold.
Yep,
Yeah.
new mold, really well. Oh, wait, autocorrect. The other Derek's in, and who are you holding? Are you
Oh,
He
this
wasn't
is
able
Oh,
Blockies.
here we go. Let's take
The
a look at
Blockies,
that. I'm going to maximize you here.
Sentinel Sentinel Prime.
Nice.
such a cool figure?
Blockies. Yeah.
Nice. Is that the big classic class one?
No. This is the Galaxy
Okay.
out the Galaxy wave.
I've got the classic class because the main reason I got that is because I want that sword to put into the studio series.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
which I wish it would have come with that. But the one thing I don't like about this Starscream is where Megatron did not skip calf day, he skipped leg day. on it.
Well,
So,
to be fair, that's how he was in this
yeah, that's true.
movie as well. So
But it's just like skinny legs, chicken legs. There's Starscream there.
That's
So-
Starscream. TF Prime made him almost feminine. So the other Derek, autocorrect primer, states he wasn't able to talk about the Void Rival stuff either, as he had an early chance to see the O-Rings Void Rivals figures.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool. Derek, I don't know if you know the other Derek, but he's involved in the comic world pretty heavily, and he'll show
we
up
only
with,
we interact in the chats. So
That's
Okay.
it.
we're good
what's
then.
up,
Here
Derek?
we go.
And here is the final official image of the studio Devastator put together on that. So
yeah.
I think it's
that's what you got.
beautiful.
I think it looks good too. We'll see when it comes down to it. I've started collecting it. At first I was like no, and then I was going back and forth because I don't really have a Chug Devastator right now. So this is going to be my Chug Devastator
Okay. All right.
on that.
I'm
I
out
got
on
the
it. but it
Combine
looks
Awards
good.
one.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then we got some first in-hand images of Star Convoy. Here he is fighting Omega Prime, as well as next to as Combiner Wars Predaking.
Yeah.
So you can see from a
Small
height
Titan,
standpoint.
but it's beautiful. I have nothing negative to say about that figure.
Next
Yeah.
to Omega Prime. And then the next thing I want to show y'all, I got a video first, and this one I'm excited about, but the price is Here we go. I want it.
Yeah, so
It
that's
is
I want to
probably the
see it.
best crossover they've ever done. I
so what's interesting is there's a 5-minute video on Takara's website where they go over everything that it'll do.
Hmm.
And the more I watch it, the cooler it looks. Because I mean, it's the crossover between Zoids and Diaclone. And so, but this is a small picture. Let's see if I can maximize it a little bit so we can see. I'm gonna take the overlay away, but you can kind of see all the stuff that you get, all the things you could do, all the playability and things. But from what I've heard, it's US dollars. It's like 275 around there, 275. I saw that Big Bad Toy Store had it for 400 plus right
Hmm.
now. But yeah, I definitely want to see it. I want to, maybe we'll see it in the Hasbro Pulse thing, but I know it's a Takara thing, but maybe we'll see it there. But I am kind of excited about it. What's your thoughts, Derek?
Well, it gives you the best of three worlds. If you're a Transformers fan, of course, you're going to be intrigued by it. If you're a Diaclone fan, you're definitely going to be wanting to check it out. If you're a Zoids fan, you absolutely will be trying to get this in hand. I actually want to actually just see it in person just to give my real feels
Yeah,
about it. So, I mean, this crosses all three spectrums. This is all encompassing of that. I mean, the looks doesn't grab me for the robotic mode, but I'm telling you that Liger mode
yeah,
has everything you can possibly desire in a Zoid, just in a Zoid Diaclone combination,
yeah,
I'm all about the minifigures. I'm a huge Diaclone fan, so I mean,
yeah.
just to see this portion of it is pretty cool,
And
but will it
well,
it it it's gonna be something that if I buy, I'm gonna look at and probably interact with it all of 2 or 3 minutes and then, put it back in the box. And that's my gripe for it. So I wanna be able to get something that I'm gonna show off, display, actually, put it on my desk, mess around with it for a
yeah,
while and all of
yeah.
that type stuff. Not discouraging anybody from, not getting it, but it's like these days I gotta be smarter about my
you do.
purchases.
You
Yep, that
do,
Yeah.
definitely, especially after the Ryobot incident, right? So,
Uh,
yeah, so but
yeah.
the cool thing,
Are we really gonna talk about that
yeah,
again?
the fun fact about this, those Diaclone figures and the Diaclone vehicles they're compatible with all Diaclone
Yeah, it's
on
a
there.
Yep,
complete
yep.
So,
crossover. It's the
Mhm.
best crossover they've put together. Like they've dropped the ball with so many crossovers, but this is handled, in my opinion, perfectly. I'm just with where things are right now, I'm priced out of this figure. As
yeah,
much as
Yeah.
I'd love to have it in hand, it's not something I can drop the coin on just because for the same reasons you said, Derek. I'm
Mhm.
going to play with it for 5-10 minutes. I'm going to shoot a review and it's going to go back in a box. And right now, budgetary wise, that's not what I want to do with my money.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I would encourage you, just watch that 5-minute video. It's really, really
Jimmy,
good. For
you're
They
not
did
me,
a good
selling me,
job
bud.
on that
yeah.
video. The
Oh, yeah.
promos for all of this, they did an outstanding
All
job.
the promos that Takara's been putting out lately have been on top.
They've been
Uh,
fire, man. They've
yeah.
been absolute fire. We've got Candace and Derek both saying that this should have been a Beast Wars crossover.
Could have been. Could
Yep.
have been.
You
Uh,
know, that
this could
you
open
never.
up for more Zoids, though. You
Well,
know.
Mhm.
also, you've got a anniversary coming up for Beast Wars, right? We have the 35th or
35th
something.
next year.
Yeah. So you don't know what's coming. I mean, obviously, they're going to do something. They're not just going to sleep on Beast Wars. You know,
Yeah.
Takara may, but Hasbro's definitely going to do something. It was what saved Transformers here.
Yeah.
Derek, real quick, Treebot Reviews says, "Hey, I don't
Reba
want to leave
Gannon, what's
people."
going on, buddy? How you doing?
That's it.
So what do we
For
got?
Yeah, for me though, like it reminds me of like Gal Gaigar, Daltanius with that lion head right there. That's kind of what's
Mm.
really cool. I'm big
Yeah.
into
Yeah,
those Japanese bots, so this might end up in my collection because I'm a softie for Prime and I'm a softie
Yeah.
for Japanese robots. So
I will
anyway,
live
You know
vicariously
what?
through your
I didn't
review,
even
my
think
friend.
about that. For you Prime lovers out there, that's gonna be added to your shelf.
that's it.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So Kang Toys, as you know, Kang Toys released not too long ago their different scales that they're having, and they're getting ready to release their Chug
Mm.
scale, which a third party chug, that's going to be great. There's a lot of people looking, they don't have enough room for Masterpiece, but they don't quite like the size of Legends. And so we got the Dinobots coming in first. And so here's their sludge. So there's the bot mode on that, and then of course the alt mode, and then the leg mode there. So yeah, what's interesting? What do you think of Kang's Toys strategy having 4 different scales?
I have the MP, the gold Predaking, and I tell you this, I'm out of band-aids. So I hope that these chug scale lines isn't as sharp as the masterpiece ones. The legends, I think they are at that level too. So I'm really hoping that we hear about less injuries for this one. So
That's it. That's
yeah.
it. I hope so too, because yeah, King Toys, yeah, that's a definitely
Mhm.
can send you to the emergency room. Billy, what do you
Mm.
think? Chug scale, 4 different scales for King Toys.
So I think we talked about them last week with these new scales as well. I applaud them for letting that ball roll. Like, I think it's great that they're giving every collector options, and I like that they are not afraid to step out of the box with original designs. I, for one, though, I'm not a Kang Toys collector, so I applaud them for what they're doing. I won't be getting any of these.
It kind of reminds me of, if you ever seen the movie Spinal Tap, like, these go to 11 because 12's too loud and 10's not loud enough. So their
Mm.
chug scale is their 11, I believe.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Mm.
on that. So this is their swoop. I love the big swords that swoop has there. And then of course there's the alt mode and then the arm mode. I mean, it's the same as the masterpiece, but just, smaller package, pretty
Yep.
much on
Yep.
that. And so
Zane's in. Zane says hello. What's up, Zane?
Zane, you're
And then
getting ready to get into the legends talk here.
Yep, and then Derek's he's looking into that. He's a Dinobot guy. And then Treebot reviews misses the third party chug. All we see these days is DNA and fans projects, old school chug stuff was the
Yeah.
childhood. I absolutely bought all those old fans projects like the Rodimus upgrade, the Ultra
Yeah.
Magnus upgrade.
Yeah.
Man,
Mhm.
that started a rabbit hole that I miss. So I agree with you, Treebot.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's it. So new age, we had Trailbreaker, so now we've got Hoist
Yep.
coming.
Yep.
So there
They're
he
getting ready to
is.
I'm really excited about them rounding out their season 2 because season 1 is already done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So
can't wait to see what their season 3 figures look like.
Oh, that'll be
yeah.
interesting. That'll definitely be
Mhm.
interesting. So love this little hero pose shot here.
Yeah.
So that just looks great.
Can you go back
Yeah.
once? So you know me, I'm new age. Like
Mhm.
there's fans, toys,
You and I
fanatics,
both.
and then there's new age. Oh no, I love them both, but new age is my go-to.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed in that truck mode, um, just because that gap.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I
Like,
literally just noticed it.
yeah, like I expect more from new age. And them doing that gap, and then the issues with my Sunstreaker's legs, like what's going on? That's all I'm wondering. What's going on?
Mm.
Oh
So
no. We'll
Maybe
see.
it's just something that they didn't complete and missed, and let's hope that it was just a mistake and that does actually have a
like they didn't fold a panel out or something.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
We shall
I hope
see.
you're
I
right. I
hope
really
so.
hope you're right.
Really hope
We
so.
shall see on that.
Treebot
Mhm.
says New Age is going to put him into debt at BotCon. I'm after the Skybound cast with it.
That's
Um,
it.
Yo,
man,
we
New
the
Age
new
constantly
age display
reissues
that we
figures.
do
Oh yeah.
is crazy.
It is. It's nuts. I mean, I just invested in a lot of new age figures, and Billy's pretty proud of me. So
I'm so happy
Yeah.
for you. I love New Age.
that's
And I
You got
it.
the
love
arc
Magic
you
School.
got the arc display too?
I do have the arc display. I have a buddy of mine that's
Mm.
going to put it together for me. I don't have the patience to put Legos
Okay.
together. I'm just too ADD, and I don't like to follow instructions. My wife's like,
Gotcha.
let's organize them by size, by
Yeah.
color. I'm like, honey, it's just all orange. That's it. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
It's literally orange bricks.
that's it. So
Yeah.
Magic Square, which is the company that got me started in Legends. So Makoto, which is who they collab with, we got their, they had their Truck Boy. So this is their
Mm.
Ultra Magnus that they got coming. I wish that they
Yeah.
would have completed it with the trailer, because they show us the alt mode, they show us the like partial Ultra
Mhm.
Magnus mode, but I would love to
Yep.
see the rest of it, you know? But if you're into chibi style, this is for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish Magic Square the best of luck. That's
I'm
all
with
Imma say
Derek.
about that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
with Derek 100%.
Yeah. What's interesting is their philosophy. What they're doing is helping out, other companies like DX9 and Mikado and Cyang Culture and all those
Yeah.
ones. It's kind of interesting how they're partnering with them. I
I
still want to see more of their Six Shot and their new Ultra Magnus that's supposed to come out,
I
and the rest of their
applaud Magic.
Dinobots.
Yeah, I agree with you. I applaud Magic Square. They are all about the community, and they're making sure that. Okay, and they're making sure that
You alright?
and they're making sure that the community's strong, and I applaud them for that. TF Arc
Yeah.
Legends states Cartoon Hoist had the T-top, which is I'm sure what that is all about. So I'm now going to have to go back and
Yeah, I
watch
don't
some Gen
remember
1
that.
cartoons and see if Hoist had T-tops.
I need to see. They do have
I
pictures of
take your
the.
word for it, though. I just
Yeah.
No,
don't
if there's anybody that is going to school me on Gen 1, it's definitely going to be TF Arc Legends.
Okay.
They do
Alright.
have the EX version. They have pictures of that out as well. So I don't know if the EX version is different because so we'll have to check that out. But Galaxy Toys, I think didn't they do a Prime? Was it like Lobster Commander or something like that?
Yeah.
And then this is their prototype for their Seeker here.
Mhm.
So they're getting there. I love the fact that we have a lot of these new companies coming like them, as well as QQT, which has been around making upgrade kits, are now getting into making transformers and stuff like that too as well. I think it's just only great for the community to see that happen.
I agree with you, bud.
Yeah.
And TF Arc Legends, I just Googled pictures, and you're absolutely right. Those T-tops are dead on. New Age is cartoon accurate to the T. So
And for all of you Broadside fans, hold on to your butts here because O1
Oh,
Studio.
yeah. Whew.
yeah, I want that.
I can't wait.
That
Yep.
I
looks
remember when they
amazing.
first showed the teaser photos for this one. I was like, "Oh, about freaking time."
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. So what it stands about 15 inches tall, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, on that. So really,
Mhm.
really cool. I am excited about Broadside. And I know Dr. Wu has their smaller one coming out. So having this larger one come out is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, what makes you excited about this, Derek?
So, first of all, it's gonna be a broadside that we've been wanting for years, okay? We haven't gotten one we haven't gotten one. We've gotten, I think the closest that we've actually seen no, we haven't got one at all. This is gonna be the first broadside that, that we're gonna get. So, out the gate, Zero One Studios and, with what they've already done with, with their Unicron and their Primus and what they're getting ready to do with the Constructicons. I mean, this is a no-brainer. For them to pull out this one, I'm waiting for another company to have a hold my beer moment and then do one for them too. So I'm really excited that Broadside is getting some play now.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we got big. Let's get small with Doctor Wu here coming
Mhm.
up. As soon as mine is kind of timing out here a little bit, but we got some seekers coming. I mean, not
Oh,
seekers, some sweeps
yep.
coming to us here. Here's their robot mode. Here's that alt mode. That alt mode looks clean on
So
that.
Yeah.
clean.
Which is really great. I think if you own the HasLab Unicron, you definitely
Mhm.
need these Doctor Wu ones right there. Yeah, I know you have one, Billy, and I know you only got it for $20. So
Shout out to Josie.
that's it. That's
What
it.
do the Jokers say? Life's been good to me.
It
You know?
has. It
Hey,
has.
that's good.
But that looks great. There's also we've got, of course, Warpath there with the Doctor Wu scale, and then I think I got one more here, Shockwave and Cliff Jumper here. So
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
beautiful set.
Showed
yeah.
those off last week.
My only complaint is why didn't they dust the cable right there? So, but anyway,
Oh,
but
wow. That's a wild catch.
I saw that. I was like, what in the world? Did the cat get a hold of it or something or what?
Oh, wow.
But
That's a
uh,
wild catch, though. Good
yeah,
eye.
yeah. So, are you a Doctor Wu fan there, Derek?
I am a Doctor Wu fan, man, but I've been a Doctor Wu fan of their human characters when they did them way back in the
Oh
day.
yeah, they need to
You're,
redo
And
you're going
those.
back like 5 or 6 years.
Oh yeah, I go way back with Dr. Wu, but the line that they're doing right now is pretty impressive. For those people that like the desk spots, you know what I mean, and they like to have just something on the desk just to twiddle around with and occupy their time and all that type of stuff. Dr. Wu bots these Dr. Wu figures are absolutely great to
Oh
have.
yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
They
There's
are the
my
perfect desk spot.
there's my
Yep.
little blaster there, just
Yeah,
kind of
I've been
hanging
on the
out.
hunt for
So
that blaster for a minute. So yeah,
wanted on
someday,
TF Underground. There we go.
someday.
That's it. That's it. So we went small. Let's go back to bigger. Just got one shot for you here. Good old
Yeah.
side swipe.
Yeah, that's
Mhm,
beautiful.
Those that have the DX9, I know
mhm.
people are waiting on the Fans Toy side swipe.
Yep.
And so as we know, Fans Toys always does an amazing job. So but I would like to see, I know this is still a digi
Yeah.
copy. I'd like to see a working prototype
Yeah. Yeah.
on that. So uh
As out of the
Well,
masterpiece game as I am, there's nothing I miss more than the Fans Choice squeak. I don't know if that makes any sense, but there's that squeak when you would
oh
articulate them.
yeah, the joints,
Yeah,
tick tick tick. Yeah. Yep.
there's something magical about Fans Choice figures, man.
But they did show off the protos for these, right? A third party reveal.
I
At
don't
the last
know.
year,
I think
I
Yeah.
think they did grayscale protos.
yeah.
Yeah, the grayscale protos.
I'd like
Yeah.
to see a full color.
Yeah.
I want to see a
Yeah,
full
absolutely.
color
Absolutely. Yeah.
on
But
that.
the colors are gonna absolutely pop when they do it. Now, to see it would be cool if they do the cell shading on these
That
two.
would be cool. That
Man,
would be
I would
awesome.
love it. I would be
Yeah,
That's
that'd
totally
my
be
sold. I mean,
incredible.
I'm
one.
sold already, but I'm like, that'll sell me to get two.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yep, yep.
Awesome. And then
Yeah.
Aldi, if you're not familiar with this company, I got
Yeah,
their
all these.
figures
Oh,
and I love them. They are great. And so here's like their new painted, I guess, heat resistant version of Optimus Prime that they got
yeah.
coming.
Yep.
They also have a
This
Wave 2 coming
Callaway.
with Megatron and everything. I'm
Mhm.
telling you what, if you can get on AliExpress, wherever you need to get, you need to order the blind box of Aldi's because they're almost legendish scale, and they
Yeah.
have some amazing posability and a lot of accessories on that.
Yeah,
So
and they're
yeah,
painted figures, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you can get most of they just did a metallic paint
yep,
Optimus,
hmm
Yep.
and it looks so sweet. I mean, I'm
the
telling you,
the
good
one
enough to
I'm
eat.
excited about is the Galvatron destroying Starscream one that they're going to be releasing.
Mm,
Yes.
So it's Galvatron in his cannon mode
yeah,
shooting Starscream, and Starscream's all
yeah.
gray. It's going to be great. I love it.
Wow.
That's the one best part about reliving the '86 movie. On that.
Mhm.
So and now for something completely different. I like doing this to Billy because he never knows what's coming up
No,
on
never.
this. This is not as bad though. So we got Funko is releasing a new
Oh.
limited edition Optimus Prime. This guy's 15 inches. He is limited to
Oh
1,200
wow.
pieces. But that is coming soon.
Oh.
So I found this. I think it looks cute. If you're a Funko Pop fan, this will be great. This would be something cool for if Peter Cullen ever does get back on the circuit, and Peter Cullen, please get well.
Yep.
Then this would be an awesome thing to get autographed.
I got Mickey Mouse vibes, man. I just here we go. Let's go get those Decepticons.
Roll out.
It's
Wally!
it's clearly the eyes. Because
Yeah.
normally the eyes are just white, but they added
Yep.
the black
Yep.
Pac-Man pupils. Yeah,
What's
yeah,
What's great, they did this to Voltron, and I wish I could have picked that one up, but now it's
yeah. I
selling for
missed out
like
on that Voltron
yeah,
dude, but
what
I
it's
did
selling
get
for
that
like
Unicron.
300. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did a Unicron too as well.
Mhm.
Those limited edition Funkos, I mean, people still love them. Funkos
Yep.
are still alive. Although
Absolutely.
there's landfills full of them, but they're still alive.
Yeah.
But that is all we got there. Oh, wait, one more thing
What is
here.
that?
Oh,
That brought
This
me to
yeah.
is
my
for
childhood right there.
Yeah.
the GI Joe the convention that's coming up. So Chosen Primes, uh, they're exclusive for Joe Fest on that.
Now,
Yeah.
is that 6-inch figure
Yes.
scale?
Yep.
Yeah.
Classified.
That's the
Yeah,
classified scale. Yep.
that's dope. And DevCon, yeah, I like some Funko Constructicons.
So
Mhm.
if you're going to Joe Fest, you can pick up one for Billy and give it to him for free.
There you
So
go.
It's my favorite number.
that's it. No nation like donation, my friends. But let's talk some BotCon. I got some extra slides here we'll get into in a little bit, but let's talk a
Mhm.
little BotCon with the man, the myth, the legend. And Derek, I'd like to hear a little bit. How did you get involved with BotCon? How did it start? How did it, and kind of how it evolved, things like that. Anything, any good stories you have about the
Sure.
beginnings?
Oh, man, I got plenty of stories. I started going to BotCon back in, my first BotCon, convention was, in, 2000 early 2000s, Fort Wayne. And, went to the convention and, back during those time, we were on AOL chats. So that's when I first met Ben Yee and, we, been chopping it up ever since. Ben Yee is a very good buddy of mine even to this day. And,
Ben's amazing.
uh, and I've been going to BotCon conventions off and on ever since. Um, when BotCon, shut down in 2016, of course, everybody vamped into going in other places like TFCon and other Transformer conventions or related type conventions. But then 2022, um, Agabus picked up the licensing for BotCon and they took over and they developed the show. I was already a good friend of Hanny's at the time, and we've been, from day one of me meeting Hanny, he's just been absolutely awesome to me and great to me and Sean. And we've just been, and meeting him and doing things with his staff, even at that time, was just an absolutely great experience. We were chopping it up one time when he was getting the Nashville show together, and I had asked him, I was like, "Is there anything you need me to help you with?" And then, he let me come in and then just do some things. And then I was just like, "Okay, yeah, you got this going on, this going on. Yeah, I mean, if you want me to run your panels, I can, do your panels. I can do them." He's like, "Man, that'd be absolutely great. As a matter of fact, would you be able to do um, the Frank Welker panel?" I was like, "Let me think about it. Yes, I'll go ahead and do it." So, yeah, so that was on my bucket list, man. I was just like, Frank Welker? Yeah, I'm definitely doing this. So
Nice.
so yeah, that was my end when it came to BotCon, because it was literally like a trial run for me and Sean to do, this become staff. So he was very impressed with what I did with that show, and then I just been with them ever since. And the show has been growing and growing, it's steadily growing every year. And we definitely appreciate all of the support that we've been getting out there from everyone, from all around the country.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
was first getting back into Transformers and starting this whole YouTube journey, I just missed the Nashville, and that was closest to me. I'm here in
Yeah.
Knoxville, so that was like 2.5 hours away, and I was just like, man, that would have been great to go to.
The
Uh,
Nashville show, I would dare say that was the party of the year. And,
oh yeah.
in Nashville, that's Music Central
Hmm.
down there.
Yep.
And, it's just like, how they talk about how there's nothing to do after your conventions, and, you just go back
Just
to your
go to
room and,
Broadway.
just play with your toys or whatever. I mean, it was absolutely everything to do down there. And so the big thing about BotCon, what we're trying to develop is having things to do even after the show is
That's
over.
awesome.
Yeah.
We want to be in places where you're going to go and have fun after the show, because we're asking you to spend an entire weekend starting Thursday, an entire weekend with us. And but we don't want to leave you all with nothing to do after the show. So why not be in locations where you can absolutely have some things to do. Now, we did Nashville, we did Jersey, we did the American Jersey, we had the American Dream Mall,
Oh wow.
and everybody loved that. Who doesn't like going to the mall
Yep.
from our era? So,
Yeah.
No, that's that's
so
it.
and it was an absolute amazing time there. But we needed to start thinking bigger. We need to start, expanding out. And we decided to come back home, where BotCon actually was birthed in Fort Wayne, Indiana last year. And then last year we just it for me Fort Wayne, Indiana was a totally different experience from when I first came back in the early 2000s.
Really?
Now, Fort Wayne, Indiana, when I was here the first time, it was literally a desert town. It was like nothing, absolutely nothing to do but hang out with anybody you met or saw at, BotCon. And, and back then I didn't I had a snafu happen with my rental car. So it was like I had nowhere to go but, to my hotel room and to BotCon. And I met somebody there, and I cannot remember his name to this day, but we just stuck together the entire weekend. But yeah, it was him and I going back and forth to the convention, and I was very grateful that he let me jump in the car with him and then just come to the thing. And but over the years, as I've been going off and on to the shows, you get to meet all the different people. I met Carl Hartman during that time as well, and he's probably one of two people that I've met in my life that's taller than me. And it's just like, it's the one people it's the one it's one of the couple of people that I can say that I look up to. And
I
Carl's
love this show.
absolutely Carl's absolutely a cool dude. And and I met Pete at the same time, and just met all of the staff at Fun Pub at the time. And but like I said, 2016 was bittersweet because we was enjoying ourselves all through that time. But we know the relationship with them and Hasbro had, come to a conclusion. And, it was yeah, it came to an end. But, thankfully we're back in the saddle again. And, we're trying to do bigger and better things with the show. One thing about this year's show, now I'll go ahead and start talking about this year's show. One
Yeah.
thing about BotCon that we're doing right now is we're involving the fans more in what we do daily. So we're bringing activities in. So if you checked out the BotCon website already, then you know all the activities that we got lined up. Most of the activities that we got lined up so far. Last year we introduced um, Energon Toss. Okay,
Okay.
and
Nice.
what Energon Toss literally is cornhole. If y'all are familiar with cornhole, y'all know exactly where I'm going with this. But it's
Yeah.
all Transformers themed, and it's an incredible game. We didn't even think anyone's going to be interested.
Cornhole.
When we
Okay.
did the game last year, we just laid the boards out there. I mean, the hallway, the entire area was full of people playing this game. I mean, you had and BotCon is a family oriented show. So you get the dads that are usually come out, they bring their families, they bring the wife, they bring the kids. The wives and the kids were out there on that thing all day long. So it turned into a competition, and and it was very successful. It was so successful that we're doing it again this year, and we're doing it in a higher scale. We did have we included prizes. All the activities we do, we try to include some sort of prize, some sort of grand prize or anything like that. I remember Jersey, when we did the panels, we gave out raffle tickets for each panel that we did. And Yolo Park sponsored a lot of the prizes that we had for the
Oh,
panel.
nice.
That's
So it
so
was like
cool.
at the end of the panel, the beginning of the panel, you get a raffle ticket coming in. You don't have to pay for it. All you had, to do is be an attendee coming to the panel. You get a ticket, and at the end of the panel, the person in the panel, they grab a ticket, and then they announce the number. You come and get a prize. So, and it was all YOLO Park figures at the time. And at the time, we that was when they introduced the AMK Pro um, uh, uh, Transformers. Uh, I want to say
Rise of the
uh,
Beast.
Rise of the Beast. Yeah, Rise of the Beast figures. Yeah. So, but yeah, and that's where we started involving all the fans even more, that came to the show, just to get them involved in things. It's one thing to go to a convention and just walk around to see stuff, and then just fantasize about buying stuff. We've all been there. So,
Yeah.
there's not one
Yes.
person that's watching this show that has been to a convention and, to literally just look at things like, "Man, I wish I can get that right now, but I can't." But, we wanna involve them in things to keep them, keep everybody busy. This year, we got activities out the Yahoo. I already talked about Energon Toss. So that's actually a competition that's gonna, go into tiers, and it's gonna be a grand prize winner that comes out of that. Another sponsor that we have in addition to YOLO Park this year is Blockies. Blockies is
Nice.
another sponsor that we're gonna be having, at the show. They have also, contributed to a lot of what we got going on, including a game that we're calling the Blockies Speed Build Tournament. Now, here's the
There
here's
it
the
is.
premise for the speed tournament, and this is it's already announced on the socials, but I'm going to give you the actual details of how this game is going to work. You heard it here first on the Forge. Here we go. So the speed build tournament, if anyone is familiar with putting blockies together, it takes a little bit of time. Sometimes you find yourself competing with yourself to see how long it's going to take you to put these blockies together, and that's in any class from defender all the way to action.
Yeah.
So now this speed build tournament, you're going to get we're going to take registration for this on Thursday. Uh, we can only get 50 players. We can only get 50 players for this game, okay? For this tournament. So the first 50 people that signs up for this tournament will be entered in to be able to compete to win the grand prize. Now, it's a $10 entry for each person that's entering the contest. The first 16 people that finishes their builds before what is 16 minus 50. Y'all do the math. I'm tired. So yeah. The first 16 people with the fastest builds will advance to the tournament. Okay. And in the yeah.
Okay.
So we're not gonna talk about what class the 50 are gonna do, but the beautiful thing about entering this tournament, the blocky that you get, you get to keep. You get to keep. Okay. And
Okay.
that's in
So
each
$10 you're getting the figure
exactly.
anyway.
And that's in each wave. Now, again, it's a $10 entry fee. First 16 to win, first 16 to qualify goes into the tournament. One other thing that I'm missing in these details. Let me make sure I'm just covering everything. So, of course, we're going to have judges. We're going to have special commentators. As a matter of fact, John Bailey, who many of you know as the voice of the Combiner Wars series Optimus Prime, he's also going to be there. You'd also know him as the voice for Shockwave in the Bumblebee movie and Soundwave in the Transformers 1 movie. So
Yep.
he's going to be there. He's going to be doing special special commentating. He's going to be the commentator.
As people are building, so you're
Yes,
gonna have you could have
we're gonna
Shockwave and
have
Soundwave bickering
we're
over
gonna
people
have
building.
commentating. It's gonna be like WWE style. We're just gonna have commentating during the builds
Oh, I
and
love
everything. It's
that.
gonna be great. Also, we got
Oh,
judges. Your judges is gonna be Sam from Sam's Formers and Sony from TM Reviews. They are gonna be doing the
great guy.
judging for the competition. Okay.
That's
Yeah, man,
awesome.
it's gonna be great, man.
That's
I
gonna
I
be
can't
great.
wait. It's gonna be a great time. But without getting too
So
deep
funny
into
thing.
it, again, if you're coming to BotCon and you want to enter the contest, see about entering in the registration on Thursday.
So where's the registration going to be? Is it going to be on the BotCon website or on like
No,
social
you,
media?
you have
How are
to
they going
you
to
have
access
to
that?
enter in person. You have to register in person because
Okay. Right there, be in
right.
line, first
First
50 in
50,
line.
first 50 to get, to pay for their registration is in there like swimwear. Do we still say that
All
anymore?
right.
Since in the name, like,
You can.
yeah.
It's all right.
Okay.
We're old. We're
Okay.
I,
all
Cool.
old. We can say
I
whatever
love
we
it.
want.
I think it's great. I'm an old guy. I'm used
Mhm.
to it. So, funny story. I actually have Transformers themed cornhole
Yeah.
boards.
Yeah.
So yeah, so because my brother's wedding was 7 or 8 years ago, I was his
Mhm.
best man, and his gift to me for being the best man was Transformers cornhole board. So I have an
Wow.
Autobot and a Decepticon one with purple sacks and red
Yeah.
sacks. So that's so cool to hear,
That
man.
is so
Like
cool, man. You gotta show me a picture of that.
I will. I'll definitely
I
get some
love that
shots.
you all are having.
Look at that, Big M. Big M's bringing the kids on
That's
Bring the
it.
Saturday.
kids.
So
Bring the kids. Kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult, you
That's
know?
it.
my wife's literally throwing thumbs
Yeah.
up right now.
And you
So
got some great guests coming too.
Yes.
So
Let's go
yeah,
down let's go down this list real quick. So our G1, our Generation 1 Transformers guests are gonna be Michael Bell, you know him as Sideswipe, Brainstorm,
yep.
Scrapper, Bombshell, Swoop, and our man Prowl. You also know him from other shows such as Star Trek, The Next Generation. You also know him from
and
G.I. Joe as
Voltron.
Duke, you know. You also
He's
know him
awesome.
from as
Snorks.
Voltron. You know him as Lance from Voltron. You know, I mean, the guy
Yep.
has an impressive resume. Michael Bell will be at BotCon. This
He's one of the
Oh
nicest
yeah.
people on the planet.
he is. Michael Bell is the gem. All of them are gems. They're unique style gems
Yeah.
in my book. You know, we also have our favorite Volkswagen Bug Bumblebee, which is Dan
Nice.
Gilvezan. He's gonna be there. You
Yeah.
also
Dan's
know
great
him
too.
if you're a fan of this, if you're a fan of 80s cartoons, you gotta remember Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, where he was Spider-Man in the
Yep.
show. Okay. He played a plethora of other Transformer roles such as Hotspot, Skids, Outback, Snapdragon. He also plays Slipstream, and Beachhead on G.I. Joe, you know. And he's
Yep.
been in other shows as well, Pound Puppies, Spiral Zone. I don't know if and not too many people remember Spiral Zone, man. I love Spiral Zone back in the day. But yeah, Dan also has a very impressive resume of voice characters that he's voiced over the years. And as a matter of fact, got a surprise. We got a surprise for people that's going to be there. I can't talk about it yet, but you know, look forward to going to Dan Gilvezan's booth when you go visit him at BotCon this weekend. I'm telling you, it's going to be big. It's going to be big. And make sure
That's
you
awesome.
bring your cameras and make sure you bring your enthusiasm, you know, because you're
Nice.
going to be taking a lot of pictures for everyone that's attending. All right. We also so we wanted to do something different this year when it comes to creative. Okay. Flint Dilley, who you know him as the guy that was a story consultant for the '86 movie. He's also worked on other projects as well, Visionaries, GI Joe, and all of that. You also know that he helped write the first 5 episodes of season 3, Five Faces of Darkness. Okay. He's gonna be there. Michael Charles Hill is gonna be there. You've seen Michael Charles Hill come up in a lot of the convention scenes as a new guy floating around, but he's been in the business a very, very, very long time. And you know,
Absolutely.
cool guy. I mean, Michael Charles Hill is probably one of the coolest guys you get to talk to and sit down and talk to. One of those deep down to earth guys that you can just sit and have a beer with. That's Michael Charles Hill.
Yep.
So yeah, they are
Nice.
both they are both helping to write the do the script reading for the show. In the shows where they have a script reading and they have
Yep.
the voice actors read out the script and all that, and we may have some volunteers out in the crowd that come and read other characters as well. Flint and Michael are, helping to write the script.
That's awesome.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
So they're going to be heavily involved in the script writing process, and we're just really really looking forward to having them there. We're also going to have Aaron Archer there, and he was a former toy designer for Hasbro. Aaron Archer has an impressive
Yeah.
resume behind the scenes as well. He helped be responsible for the Unicron trilogy and the Alliance series. He has an impressive resume as well. He has his own podcast, and he's done some independent comic art as well. He's going to be there, and he's going to be a part of Artist Alley
Nice.
when we're there as well. So yeah, it's a very impressive lineup. But G1, it doesn't stop there. We didn't forget about the new stuff. We got Transformers 1 cast coming out as well. We got Jenny Chung, who was RC and Chromia in the
That's awesome.
Transformers 1 movie. We also got John Bailey, who you all know as the epic voiceover guy, and he's going to be there, the epic voice guy. I don't know why I keep messing that up, but John Bailey's going to be there, good friend of mine, and he was also in Transformers 1. He was Soundwave in Transformers 1, and he was also Shockwave in the Transformers Bumblebee movie. Okay, and he's been doing some. Have y'all played Marvel Rivals
Yes.
on Xbox, PlayStation, and all the game
Xbox,
formats?
buddy, Xbox.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did literally 50 to 60% of the voices in that
Oh wow.
in that game, and he's
That's
going
so
to be announcing some other projects that he's working on. He's got a panel. He's got a panel for himself on Sunday, and he's also going to be in a panel with the rest of the Transformers 1 guests. And our headliner for this event is Josh Cooley.
That's big.
He was the director for Transformers 1. Now, if y'all seen Toy Story 4 and Inside Out and Up, one of my favorite cartoon movies, animated movies.
Oh
yeah.
You already know he's done some impressive work. And if you're a fan of the Transformers 1 movie, he did an outstanding job with this movie. So yeah, we're looking forward to having him there, and we're going to have a panel for the Transformers 1 cast. I'm going to be also interviewing Josh Cooley in his own panel as well. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to hearing from him. He's going to be bringing some stuff for us to see, and you got to be there to see it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about next weekend. I mean, it's gonna be cool. Our exclusives for this year. If you love the exclusives last year, this year will not disappoint either. We've got our own very own exclusives from YOLO Park, the Sound of Science collection, the Sound of Science set, which consists of Sound Blaster and Glyph.
Nice.
Man, I can't wait to get this one myself, because I love last year's set. So yeah, I can't wait to get this set too.
Have there been any other exclusives announced yet?
We haven't we've announced it. We just haven't put it up properly on the socials. There's going to be a new exclusive, Ladybug, which is a female version of Cliff Jumper.
That's
There's
awesome.
There's a whole story arc with her and everything. It's going to be great.
Who's making it?
YOLO Park.
Okay, very cool.
YOLO Park. It's going to be a model kit.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And we will have some exclusives from other companies as well, of who I cannot mention, because they're going to be announcing it on the day of the show. So yeah, it's going to be very tight.
Okay.
But yeah, I look forward to I'm looking forward to it being there. And as a matter of fact, I don't know if I can give a hint, but I think someone with a certain letter acronym from their company is going to have something there as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, and I can't talk. These NDAs are killing me. Oh my goodness.
How excited are you for these unrevealed exclusives? Like, how sick are they? Like, you've seen them, or at least you know what they are.
So it's going to be very exciting to see, because you know how exclusives are. they're literally repaints of something that already existed, and
Yeah.
they're
That's
gonna
what I love
change the
about them.
lore for it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So, but these particular ones, and they're from different. I'm gonna tell you like this: it ain't all Transformers. That's all.
Okay.
That's all
Well,
I'm gonna
I
tell
know. I remember what was it a couple years ago, or was it last year? The Shattered Glass from Ramen Toys,
you. Yes.
the Shattered Glass
Yes.
Machina, not
Uh-huh.
Machina, a Gullwing on that.
Yeah.
So
Shatterglass
yeah,
Yep.
Goldwing. Yeah, that was a
yeah,
big hit. That was a big hit at the show too. And surprisingly, I didn't know we had that many. I didn't know that there was that many mask figures. No
yeah.
mask fans that were there as
Which
well. So
loyal subjects coming out with theirs, I'm
all
excited
subjects
about.
is coming out with theirs. They should do very well.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, they should do very well. The scale is smaller, but the scale is the normal scale from the mask from
yep,
back in the 80s.
yep.
Yep.
But it should still be that much more exciting because I'm excited about picking up about having that rhino again.
Yes, that Rhino does look awesome.
It
I had my
looks
first
so
mask
good.
figure was the Condor, that green
Me too.
motorcycle,
Me
and so
too.
that's
I've
just gonna
gone
bring back
through
all the feels.
I've gone through like 4 different condors. It's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
I don't know why. Don't ask me why, but who goes through 4 different condors?
Hey,
And
listen, man,
it's
if
just
it
like,
hits the right spots, you go through them. Like my wife
yeah,
surprised me. She came back from a yard sale yesterday with old Kenner Predator figures. And it's like,
yeah.
it hit every right spot, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a fun show. We got a lineup of a lot of people that's gonna be there. We're gonna have a YouTubers panel
That's
Saturday
awesome.
Treebot
morning,
just
and
brought
then
that up.
and Treebot's gonna be part of it. He's gonna be part of
Nice.
that panel as well as we're gonna have other YouTubers there. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be moderating that panel. I'm either gonna be on that panel or moderating it. But yeah, me and Michelle are gonna have an awesome time that whole weekend. We're gonna be locked in that panel room all weekend long, just talking to people, talking to companies that are coming out to talk about their stuff and all of that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a very exciting time this weekend.
Which
So
a lot of people don't
look
know.
forward to it.
Well, your people know, but there's people out here that don't know. You're on a show that's "Do You Transform, Bro?"
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah, and
yes.
so it's a regular like is it weekly or
It's bi-weekly. So
biweekly?
the YouTube channel is Realm of Collectors. So we're on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel, which has many other shows that
Yeah.
air during the week as well.
That's
Our
awesome.
flagship show that I'm also on is on every Monday night, Enter the Realm. That's ETR, where I bring you the robot news. Like y'all bring robot news, I
Rubits,
bring robot news.
Yep.
So yeah,
Rubits.
we do that every Monday night, 8 p.m.
So
Check us out. It's on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. As you mentioned already, Jimmy, I'm also on another show called "Do You Even Transform, Bro?" Do you? Anyway, we do that every other
That's
Tuesday.
I remember you did your Riobot on that.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, okay, yeah. You saw me do it on that one,
Yep.
dude. I mean, I saw your review first, and I was just like, "Do I really want to?" Because I was excited. I was just excited to get it. They
That's because
sent me
we
the
got a
notification,
legendary
let me know
defender
it's coming.
Voltron, Jim.
Yes, yes. Because the excitement started because when we first saw that Blitzway one,
Hmm.
that's where the excitement started. And then Ryobot decided to do one too. I said, okay, I'm gonna get this one and I'm gonna have the Blitzway one. It's gonna be an awesome set.
And the stupid thing that drew me in was because it had the exclusive wings,
The wings.
and yeah, and it's like that's
Yes.
the only
It
way you
had
can
the
get them. And I was
dude.
like, "Ugh, I can't
It
even
was
hold those wings up."
I'm looking at it right now and I'm just like, you mother. Anyway, so, but yeah, it was such it's still an impressive piece to look at, but the operation of it is very heartbreaking. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
shout out to Riobot for doing it
Trying.
anyway. At least trying. But because nobody else. I mean, you had the standard one from I can't even remember who made the toy one. Dang, I can't.
Playmates?
Yeah, was it Playmates?
I don't know. Jimmy's the Voltron guy. I'm not like Voltron.
the legendary defender one that was sold at
Yeah.
retail stores.
Yeah, it was the Playmates.
Playmate.
Playmates did the Legendary Defender. They also had the one that has the Hyper Phase. I don't know if you remember that. That was at San Diego Comic Con.
Mm,
The Hyper Phase one has the wings like the one that Ryobot has.
okay.
So sorry.
Can he hold them
That
up?
was
Sorry,
what
I'm a big
and
Voltron
and
nerd.
truth be told, the wings is what sold me on that set.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah,
were talking about, man, the wings. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
But
Someday,
yeah,
maybe hopefully I can go to VoltCon. That'd be great. But um,
man, that's on my bucket list. Volcon, yeah, that's on my bucket list too.
me and Derek, the Adventures of Derek and Jimmy at VoltCon. That'd be pretty cool.
Hey, let's make it happen.
That'd be
Let's
so
make it
fun.
happen.
I'd watch that. That'd be
That's
so
it.
much fun.
That's it.
2026 is gonna be crazy. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So,
Yeah, yeah, we
So
gotta make
I
that
you've already got stuff lined up for 2026 BotCon.
happen. Yes and no. Yes and no. So we got a couple of things that we've been thinking about. But yeah, I can't really get into that. But yeah, we are prepared for 2026. Just absolutely know that. We are definitely prepared for 2026.
that's
Now,
great.
now I want to make sure I didn't forget anything about the show. We talked about the Energon toss. Oh, cosplay. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a cosplay contest. I don't know if you know Nelly. Uh Nelly and his band of merry cosplayers. He's actually in one of that promo slide that you showed.
Let's see here
Him
if I
and
can
his
pull it back
team,
up.
they're gonna be running the cosplay contest, and he did an absolutely amazing job last year. Kept the crowd pumping. Yeah, yeah, that's Nelly in the middle, right there.
Oh, nice.
He does a variation of Optimus and Megatron in that particular getup, and
Oh
you know
yeah,
his in
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. I've seen a lot of his shots.
Yes, yes. Him and that's his entire team. They are all incredible. They
That's
do an
great.
amazing job at every show that they do. So always look out for those guys. They do amazing work.
Yeah.
Amazing
What
work.
was interesting to me, like when I went to like my first like TF con, I'm like they had a cosplay contest. I'm like, how do you cosplay robots? That's got to be a tough thing to do. But man, the creativity in those
Yeah.
cosplays, any of the cosplays, anyone that's
Yeah.
ever done cosplay, I applaud you because gosh, you put a
Mhm.
lot of blood, sweat,
Yes.
and tears
It's
into
a
that,
lot
and
of
it's a
work
lot
that
of
goes in
love.
them content.
And
Not just the contest, but the costumes itself. Man, I saw one guy did a Bay form the Bay versus Bumblebee,
yeah,
and it was a life size. It was almost life size.
Working
And
lights and everything.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Yo,
yeah.
that's some tremendous talent. I saw
Uh,
the when we were in LA for TFCon, I saw the someone did Optimus. Um the I can't remember what version one, but it was a huge one. It wasn't a one that you saw in Japan with all the pistons moving when he was
yeah,
walking and everything, but it was very close to that. That was a very impressive one.
that's
Um,
crazy.
our vendor room has gotten a lot bigger this year.
okay.
Awesome.
We got a lot more
That's my
people
favorite
coming.
place to be.
Yeah, our vendor
It's
room is
dangerous.
crazy big this year. We expanded the room because we got more vendors coming in. But yeah, the vendor room, oh my goodness, man. I'm like, I thought last year's room was big. This one is going to be bigger, and it's just like, okay, it's going to be a lot of traffic, lots of
Yeah.
traffic.
That's good.
Yeah. So, and then, yeah, that's pretty much it for BotCon. Yeah, that's pretty much it for BotCon. So yeah,
Nice.
I mean, if you're coming to BotCon, prepare to be dazzled. Prepare to
That's what I
enjoy
like to
yourself.
hear.
Prepare to, prepare to see everything. Prepare to have fun, and bring money. No, I'm just kidding. But no, bring money. And so, but no, really, and also it's not lost upon us that it is Father's Day weekend. So we got a few things planned for Sunday on Father's Day for the fathers that are out there. As a matter of fact, um, fathers, I want to make sure I get this right. Let me verify. as we're talking
You don't
about
want to
it,
get yourself in any trouble.
yeah,
Fathers
because
eat free. I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
And
hey,
there's an
that would be
all-you-can-eat
cool.
buffet,
Speaking
free
as a
father.
Look, speaking as a father myself, yeah,
That's it.
it would be absolutely cool. All dads, $10 each to get in on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Children of the dad, ages 13 to 17, $10 each, and age 18 and plus, $15 each. Children of the dads.
That's
Now,
great. That's a great
kids
deal.
12 and under still get in free.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
That's a great deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of conventions they cut that off around 8 years
Yeah.
old, or that to
Yeah.
get in free, and then as well as single day tickets are usually through the roof.
Here's a philosophy behind that. You know, for me, I had young when my little ones were coming up, they're adults now. So, but when they were coming up, and to take them to a convention and to have to pay, you know, those prices, took me out of being able to buy stuff for them, and
Yeah.
it was just crazy. So to have this opportunity to not only get them in with you, and to be able to get that moment when they say, "Oh, that's so cool. I would like that." And then they say, "Hey, I didn't have to buy your ticket. You want it? Good, let's get it.
Mhm.
Let's get it." And then watch them. You know what I really love seeing? I love seeing when it comes to panels. I like seeing the kids when they come in there and they sit and they're playing with their toys.
Oh
They're
yeah.
playing with the stuff that they got that day. That
Yeah.
is the most beautiful thing I would ever see. Because when Blockies came onto the scene last year with BOTCON, it was like, you know, the Blockies booth, everybody was at that Blockies booth just wondering what that stuff was. Now that it's here, I'm looking forward to seeing the kids play with them Blockies while they're in the panel
Oh
room one
gosh,
time,
yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. I would
Yeah.
love to see like the group of kids, like the circle of kids all building, you
Yeah.
know, and then there's
Yeah.
going to be like a few of those older kids that like kind of teach you, hey, no, it's reversed this way. Because some of those instructions are a little hard to read on the older ones.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a little sense of like camaraderie, hopefully,
Mhm.
with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah. I wanted to that's what I also missed out when I was talking about the Blockies tournament. So, the whole premise of that is you're gonna be sitting at the table. You're gonna have the blind box in front of you. The clock starts the moment you touch that box.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The moment you touch that box, that's when the clock starts. So you rip that thing open, you take the bags out, you gotta get the pieces out. You don't know what figure you have. So it can be anything. Most people know how blockies are assembled and they get familiar, but then there's again, most people are learning. So the beautiful thing about that is when you enter this contest and you're going through that, you're one of those 50 people that's going through that round. You're not only building one together to put together, you get to walk away with it. Because if you didn't finish it, you'll get to finish it later.
So, Derek, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
And this is coming as a Blockies fan. Um,
Mhm.
you're telling me that random selected blind boxes, right?
Mhm.
And everybody's got to build them. Some of the older blockies you have to assemble like the elbows and the knees, whereas
Yep.
some of the newer blockies they're pre-assembled.
Yes.
Did you guys throw that into consideration, or is that all
Yes, we
just part
did.
of the challenge? Oh,
Yes, we
you did.
did. And
Okay.
that's why, that's why we have the qualifiers with the 50 players that we got to get 16 because 16 has to be in the tournament.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the tournament's probably a little more difficult, maybe a little more advanced,
Yes, because
I'd
those are
imagine.
different. Because each round, it's going to be an elimination round. You get through the
Yeah.
first round of a particular wave, you get to the next one. You get through that one, the qualifiers from that, the winners of that one advance to the next one. And then you get the final one. The final two is going to come down to two builders. Two builders are going to compete for the grand prize. And the
That's
grand prize will be announced at the show.
Yeah, I don't want
I'm
to know what it
telling you.
is. I'm just jealous that I'm
Oh,
not.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not
It's
gonna tell
it's
you.
a
No.
$25 gift
I
card
don't
to the
need
Golden
no
Corral.
look,
To the
I don't
Sizzler.
need I don't need nobody prepping for this. I want y'all to be surprised by the
Yeah.
entire
Oh
process.
gosh. I
And I want to, because we
jealous.
we gotta know if this is gonna work. That's like, okay, that's the beauty of not knowing. You know what I mean? So, for
No, I'll
all
tell you
you
right now, if I
blocking,
was going, I'd be in line to sign up. Like, I think
oh
this
yeah,
is awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It may be I wouldn't be surprised if it does well. It may be a mainstay. You may keep it on, or may do other things along the years. You never know. But we don't know what you like unless you tell us. Every
Yeah,
year that we've done BotCon. At the end of the show, Hanny and I sit with the audience on Sunday at the end of towards the end of the show. We do a panel and sit with everyone, and everyone gives feedback. Hanny
That's
and I
great.
are both sitting right there with notepads,
I love that.
writing down stuff because we got to use it for the next year.
Yeah,
That's why the show is successful, because of the fans. Because we need to hear from the fans. When we hear from the fans, you get what you want if we can do it.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I mean, talent is one thing, bringing the celebrities out and all of that type of stuff. That's great, and we'll continue to do that. But at the same time, we don't want you bored. And guess what? We got nighttime activities too.
That's
So
awesome.
the show doesn't end when the vendor room closes.
I love that.
The
I
show
love that.
still goes on. We're going to be running BotCon from 10 to 10.
That's
That's
so
great.
cool. Yeah.
10 to 10, y'all. If you got the energy, come hang out. That's the
Oh
whole thing.
gosh, that's
That,
gonna be the hard part.
it sounds
Yeah.
like you guys put a lot of consideration into everything. I love the fact that you're going, hey, there's something for your family. So bring those kids, bring the
Yep.
misses.
Yeah.
There's going to be things for them to do because sometimes, as a father of three, you go to conventions and, I'm in all my glory,
Mhm.
but, sometimes the kids are a little bored and it's just, what is there to
Yeah.
do? So I love that you're putting
Yeah.
that into consideration.
Indeed. We got to take everybody in consideration because, the one thing I don't like seeing is um people that are not fans sitting off to the side and just waiting for,
Someone
who
to
they
get done.
came with to go finish their thing. And then, because it breaks the monotony of, the whole environment that you're in,
Yeah.
because you're excited about it, but they're not excited about it, and then you end up leaving early because you don't want to make them feel trapped there and all that. I'm telling you, the whole energon toss thing really broke the mold when it came to that, because it was like I literally witnessed it. I was out there watching it, and then the husband came back. He was like, "Y'all go." He's like, "Yeah, just go buy stuff. We'll be right here." So tossing the bags back and forth. It was just a fun thing, man. I mean, the smiles on people's faces when they're there and the feedback that we get, that's what it's all about. We
That's
want you to
awesome.
we want you to we want you to feel like it's worth coming out to the show, you know. And I mean, that's all I can say about that, man. It's not really. I'm not a salesperson. Y'all know me a long time.
No,
Jimmy, you met me
you're
last year. Billy,
Yeah.
you've known me a number of years. I'm not a
yeah.
salesman. So,
You,
I
you
tell
sold
you
my
based
wife
on
on
my
it. She
experience.
just said
Huh?
it. My wife just said, "Oh, he sold me on it."
That's
So
it.
I know you. I know
Yeah,
who you are and what you care about and what you're about. And obviously, it's carried through to BotCon. And I truly appreciate that. I appreciate what you've brought to the table. I do have another
thank
question
you.
for you though.
Sure.
Because that's what I do. My brain's always kind of going a million miles an hour.
Okay.
I saw there was a custom contest as well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Custom
so
contest.
with the custom contest, are you asking people to bring pre-made customs, or are you going to maybe throw in like a live
Yes.
customizing event where people can build there and they'll get judged right then and there?
No, no, no. The custom contest, you're bringing you're
Whatever
entering
you've built
your
over the years.
Yeah, it's your creation. You want to be judged based on your creation, and you want to be judged accordingly, based off of everyone else's creations as well. So there's yeah, you can enter into that contest if you got something that you created and you feel like you want to show it off, or you know most times when people enter these contests, they don't care about the prize. They just want people to see what they did.
Yeah.
You know
Yep,
what I mean?
absolutely.
They want to see, they want to help, they want to let people see how creative they are. As a matter of fact, some of the creators that actually enters their stuff in, they'll leave like information right there to who made it, where their website is, and how to, if you want to see it online, and and it's an entry at the same time. I mean, that's what we call two birds with one stone. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
yeah. So
I
now we
just
do
figured
have.
I'd ask, you
Go
know.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I just figured I'd ask because it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
has me intrigued. I want to see how you do it. Like that's all.
Mhm. Yeah.
So let's go.
We also have customization classes there as well that happens on Thursday, and I believe Friday too.
So
Um,
customizing classes that you're going to be doing. This is going to be to teach people how to maybe like, take a DevCon and turn it into, another character or whatever. But like, are you going to show like
right.
priming and painting and
Yes.
sculpting and things
Yeah.
like that?
We
And is
take
it
you through
limited to
the
figures?
process. Yeah. We take an existing figure and then you take it, sand it. They well, first of all, you disassemble it. You disassemble it, then you sand it, you go through the entire process. They take you step by step through the process, and it's a true learning experience. I've done customization classes at different shows over the years, and they've all been great. It's
Yep.
all been impressive, and you learn so much, and you actually learn to appreciate the actual process when it comes to it being done professionally,
Yeah, because
because you're doing it on a beginner scale. They're doing it on a whole other scale,
I was going
which
to say
takes
there's people.
patience.
I'm sorry, I don't
Yeah.
mean to cut you off.
No, 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 no. It just takes patience and a lot of energy.
Yeah, well, because
Yeah.
there's customizers out there that like that's their living. That's what they do. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not a side job. That there's people that can take these figures and bring them to a level that, like, I don't even know how they can see it. You
Yeah.
know, and I consider myself an artist, but there's work out there that just has changed my view on what I do.
Yeah.
So to be able to show people how to do that, that's pretty cool. And I was only
Mhm.
asking because I build dioramas, as does a few people in this group.
Yeah.
Maybe next year you could show like, hey, here's a diorama course, and
Yeah.
that's just ways to make it stand out, make it be a little bit different, because there's
Yeah.
people out there that maybe they think that they're not artistic enough or they're not skilled enough to do this, but in all
Yeah.
actuality, it's there, it's within reach, and you can make something that you're proud of. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And speaking of dioramas, shout out to my man Chris Pinkerton of Crashbox Customs. I mean, he is a diorama genius when it comes to that stuff. You check out crashboxcustoms.com, it'll show you all the
um,
stuff that he's been working on. And man, I'd be blown away by some of the stuff that I see him doing. And I've actually been to his home to where he actually works on this stuff. And I mean, the dude is multi-talented when it comes to
what?
dioramas. As a matter
Bro,
of fact, last year, the Realm of Collectors launched our first convention called Realm Nation.
okay.
It was called Realm Nation, and as a matter of fact, we're doing Realm Nation also at BotCon this year. You
That's
I
know,
love
awesome.
that.
it's a one-night event. We're looking forward to doing this every year. We partner with BotCon to do this, and it's been an incredible experience. We partnered with both BotCon and the New Jersey Collectors Convention in JCC.
I know
So
you're a big
yeah,
part of
that's been a
EJCC.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh dude,
So
NJCC man, that's another part of home right there. You know what's
I
amazing? You know
what's
what's
that?
amazing, guys? I love this community. I
Yeah.
love the community that we're a part of, and I love everything that we do. Um, it's not about just coming to the shows to see toys and see the latest stuff, and we can be razzle dazzled without coming to a show. The thing I love the most is when you guys come out. When I get to see y'all in person, and we have that dialogue and we talk about what we love, and then we're also talking about, our outside interests, like our families, and we got all that going on. It's community, and and I'm very protective of this community. This is
Yeah.
why I'm very adamant about you know supporting things like this,
Mhm.
supporting shows like The Forge, so supporting The Realm, supporting other shows like Bot versus Con. All of
Yeah.
us out there are just really doing our thing. Transmissions podcast, our original Transformers podcast, Radio Free Cybertron. We have gone deep. We are deep in the woods when it comes to our community. And the
Yeah.
thing that I love the most is that when we all get together, we all have a great time. No drama, no issues. It's like a family reunion.
Yes.
It's like having a family reunion 2 to 3 times a year. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
depends on your location and where you are and where you're going. It's just like, we got something going on all year long. You know, doing what we do here on the podcast is one thing, but getting that in person together,
There's
man,
nothing like it.
wrapping up, the hugs, all that, man. I'm a hugger too. I ain't ashamed to say it. So, it's like, man, every time I see everybody, man, I'm just excited to see everybody, man. And I've been doing the community, I've been in this community for close to 20 years now.
Yep.
Close to 20
Yeah.
years I've been around this place, and I see new faces, I see old faces. I just turned 50 last year, and it's been a great time. Sean and I, love doing this, and 'cause when I brought her into it, and she's just been down with it ever since. And just like I don't go anywhere without Sean. So it's
That's
like
awesome.
that's that's just a no brainer to me. If y'all see me without her, it's because she got a work thing and she really couldn't come, but she really wanted to come. But I can't remember a time when y'all didn't see Sean with me. So fortunately, it really works out that way where we can both enjoy what we love together.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the
but
best
yeah,
part of
come out to BotCon, come out to all the shows that we have out there. But I'm telling you, BotCon is where it's at. Come out if you can. If you haven't gotten your tickets already, get your tickets now. Um, we also have daily passes that you can come. If you're not able to come the entire weekend, you can get a Friday pass, a Saturday pass, or a Sunday pass. As I mentioned before, and
Yep.
just really come out and enjoy the show and enjoy us having a good time, and participating in the events where you can, and and just go home with a big smile on your face, and just look forward to next year, because at the end of Sunday we will make the announcement of where we're going to be next year.
That'll be
Very
great.
excited to hear that.
Yeah,
That'll be
yeah.
great.
All right.
Awesome. Well, you couldn't have put a better bow on it than that.
Yeah,
So
I really don't know
everyone,
how to wrap things
yeah,
up.
everyone
aside
go to
from that.
BotCon. Billy and I will also plan on 2026.
If
Yes.
it's close enough to my location, I can make the trip.
Okay.
It's just it's really just logistics right now. We've got a little bit going on that keeps me from going all over.
Well,
And
yeah, yeah. No, that's totally understandable. But like I
That's it.
said, no matter where you are, if you're invest in your community, if you got people at shows and you can see them, go.
yeah, do it.
Go. It's nothing
Absolutely.
like having that energy pass on to you. It's nothing like sharing that positive energy. Just go. Get out the house, get some fresh air, wear deodorant. Make sure you go and have a good time. Okay. It's all about that. You know what I mean? I know that deodorant, man. That is
That's it. That's
It's
uh,
it's so visual.
that's the other convention exclusive is BotCon deodorant. So that it's
Yeah.
everyone, please. This will be free. So anyway, but that's all we've got for you today. Thank you, Derek. You've been an amazing guest. Hopefully
Oh,
we'll
thank you
have you
guys
back
for having me. I
on.
really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Love
we
to.
loved it.
Yeah, it was great. It was
Yep.
awesome. Tune in next time. We don't know what's going to happen, but we will have it happen. And but yeah, with that, Billy, I'll let you sign us off.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us this marvelous Sunday. Derek, thank you for such an informative show. Usually, like, I ramble and I go, but I was kind of
Yes,
captivated by what you had to say,
Billy
and just
rambles a
Okay.
want to
lot.
let you take the wheel. And thank you. Thank you for letting us
Anytime.
know what's so different about BotCon and why it's going to stand out and why people should
Anytime.
go. You
Anytime.
absolutely, uh, showed that it's about the family, that it's about camaraderie, that it's about the community. And that's what we appreciate. So thank you. Thank you for
Thank you
being
for
our
having me.
guest. Everybody in the chat, thank you guys for cooperating. Thank you for watching, and thank you for bringing up your experiences. We will see you guys next Sunday. For now, it's Naked Gun time.